at the boat shop. Memorial Day, May 25th, 2020. It has been a great weekend. I had a bonfire at my daughter's house for her birthday. Got to see the grandkids. Got a lawnmower fixed. Got trailer fixed. Got a torch cart finished. Got excuse me. I got the pickup truck that I bought last year moved to a storage location. Don't plan to start on it until this is long done. Might be a while before I get back to that one. I saw it. It was rust-free. Fell in love with the idea. Bought it. It was cheap. And I got it stored. But this is wearing me out. This is a lot of work. So I don't know if I'm ever going to do that truck. I might change course with it and just enjoy the fact that I own it and make it run good and play with it. I may not do an off-the-frame restoration on it like I thought I might. Depends on what I feel like when this is done. It's always hard to dream big when you're tired. And it's been a long weekend. So right now I'm getting through it and feel good about it. Did some sanding today. Got some more sanding to do. I actually got the chrome strip right here I'm going to take off and finish sanding around the backside. I got all of this up top and inside done up to the consoles. And then I'll have the forward section that I got to do the same thing to. And at that point, it's all about taking those bulkheads back out and sanding the areas where the peanut butter will go and where there's a couple holes up there that need to be patched from the backside. Don't think I'm going to get that far this time. I think I might get the front done and the back done, and I might call it a day. In the morning, if I feel ambitious, I might jump up there and do that. If I don't feel ambitious, I may climb under here and do some work under there, but I'm not going to take it off the trailer yet. Yes, I plan to take it off the trailer. Yes, I plan to take it off the trailer soon and do the whole bottom. It's not this trip. The reason I decided this was a good time to make a video was because I did work on, oh, excuse that thing over there. I'm sorry if you saw that. That is just where I put it when I am not out and about. But I didn't think about the fact that I'm making a video and I ought to cover it up so y'all don't see it. That being said, I worked on my trailer this weekend and redid the lights. If you watched the previous video, you'll see I really upgraded those suckers and made it, oh, they're just awesome. Love the LEDs, love the light cages. Got some heat shrink butt connectors. And I remember when those heat shrink butt connectors came out, I thought this was the cat's meow. I thought this was the greatest invention they had ever come up with, and I had to have me some of those, and I bought me some of those, and I used some of those. And I wasn't looking for anything special. I was just online, wasn't even looking for anything. It was just probably one of those advertisements that jumped out there and caught my attention. But I learned a new product called Shrink, Solder, and Seal, all in one. Now, soldering wires is a great way to connect wires. It's not easy. It's not for everybody. You can burn some stuff down real quick. Heat shrink butt connectors, any kind of heat will melt that to the wire. You can use a torch. You can use a heating iron. You can use your lighter. And it will shrink it down and it will seal it up. That makes it, easier than just using old butt connectors and heat shrink tubing over that. I still use heat shrink tubing even over heat shrink butt connectors, and that's just because I can extend it out past it and seal it better. But when I seen the words solder, seal, and shrink all in one, it grabbed my attention. Now this basically is a thing that's like a butt connector, but instead of something to crimp in the middle, you got a piece of solder in there, and you run the two wires through that piece of solder, and then you heat it up. And what happens is it shrinks the plastic around it to seal the water out, and it melts the solder to the wires all in one shot. And I thought, ooh, gotta have it. Just ordered a 250-piece set of those suckers, and they will go in my electrical bag. Thank you very much. And I wished I had them when I was working on the trailer the first two times. Those butt connectors, those crimpers, I promise you, now that these exist, I'm throwing my crimpers away. I won't ever use them again. I'll just say, see ya, you're out of here. Probably not, because the crimpers are also dikes. They also have a wire cutter on the end of them. So I'll probably keep them around just for the cutter, but I won't ever use that crimper again. When these get here, $11.50 on eBay, free shipping. Should be here soon, and that will be in my electrical bag forever and always, and that will be the direction I will go with those suckers if they work as good as I think they're going to. They're clear, so you can watch the actual solder melt and know that you actually melted it, and you can, and at the same time you're shrinking the tubing around it. So I am on board with this new way of thinking, and at the same time, I got plenty of things up here. I soldered the wires on the front light up there when I redid that. And now I'm redoing the whole boat, which means that thing may come all the way back out. It may be completely rewired, but you know, those heat shrink connectors are exactly what I plan to use everywhere on this boat. I will not use a butt connector again. We will see how all this works out, but how far did I want to get with this boat this trip? A lot farther than I got. Am I disappointed that I didn't get that far? No. And the reason is because I still got a lot done on other things that needed to get done. And I'm just tired and piecing my way through this day. And in the morning, I'm going to get up and do whatever comes to mind first. And the boss has something going tomorrow. I don't know exactly what yet, but I don't think it's going to be a rush right out the door kind of thing. So I've got plenty of things to keep me busy from now until then. And then the next time I get back in, it'll be all about getting those bulkheads out, getting all that sanded down, getting those patches done, and getting this thing off the trailer and getting the bottom sanded. And my granddaughter is 3 months away from getting her permit, and she has a car that her mother is going to give her, which was my old car. And I gave it to my daughter for, you know, for her car, even though she didn't really need it. And I knew in the back of her mind what she was thinking was this would be a great first car for her daughter. And she is, the car is a 2010 Impala that I bought almost new, and it's still a good car, but it needs some maintenance. And my granddaughter, I want to make sure she's safe when she gets out there traveling around. And I've gotten her parents' permission to enjoy that project with her. So the next time I get home, we're probably going to start with a windshield installation. So how much will get done on this boat when I get back depends on how much time I need out there to finish, to get that ball going. But she's 3 months away from her permit and a year and 3 months away from her driver's license. So we got time on it. In the meantime, in other words, if it's not ready to go when she gets her permit, who cares? Because she'll have her permit and she can ride with any adult family member legally in any of the other cars that we have. She doesn't have to have that Impala the day she gets her permit, although I'm sure she would love to do so. But we're going to be bringing the maintenance back on that thing starting the next trip home. So that's where that is going to lie. But in the meantime, the boat, we're just going to keep piecing at it and picking at it, and one day we'll get her out on the lake. Thanks, and have a great day.